Well, once again, all my fellow comic fanatics. Got 2 or 3 things, I guess, on the agenda in this video. I haven't, first time I've been able to get on here in about a week, what with work and everything. But first thing I want to do is give everybody a reminder about my 100 subscriber giveaway. The deadline for getting your questions in on that is the 15th, so that will actually be tomorrow night, Wednesday. So if anybody that wants to enter and hasn't got your questions in, that was one of my subscribers at that time that I did that video, get your questions in. I'll go ahead and I'll show the prizes for that again real quick. Just a cool little stack of Bronze Age stuff. When I mail these, I don't think I have boards for these, but these will all be bagged and it will be packed securely. So anybody that's dealt with me and as far as books I've mailed knows that's the way I like to do things. But first book is Avengers 213, part of the Court Martial and Trial of Yellow Jacket. Fantastic Four 214, early John Byrne issue. Loved his run on this. Tor number 3. And all these books are at least fine to very fine. Some of them might be near mint even. So, good little stack of reading. Some more classic Joe Kubert stuff. Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes 215. Mike Grell. Howard the Duck 14. First issue special number 6. Kirby issue, Dingbats of Danger Street. Man Called Nova, number 19. Superman 351. First issue special number 10, The Outsiders. And more Kirby, Machine Man number 4. Okay guys, like I said, that one will be up tomorrow night. I'll actually be at work, so we'll probably do the drawing for that probably Friday night or Saturday night, so stay tuned. Anybody that any one of my subscribers hasn't submitted questions, it's just a Q&A, anything you want to ask about comics or collectibles or my collecting habits or life in general, just fire away. And regardless who wins, I will answer all the questions. It might take a couple videos, but I've had some really good ones so far. Some of them I kind of wasn't expecting, but I appreciate everybody that's entered and appreciate all the questions and all the interest. Got a couple little hauls. I got some eBay stuff that I won. There's a couple of oddball things that I like. I'm a big music fan, and I was a big fan of a lot of the 60s groups, and a lot of people are going to laugh at this, but the Monkees were actually one of my favorites. And I'm not a big Monkees collectible thing. I like to try to get any music that I haven't heard. And those guys are actually out on tour again, minus Davy Jones, rest in peace. But I found an import of an old LP that I didn't have, and this is actually from the UK. It's MFP music for pleasure, but it's just another best of compilation. Man, look at those guys. They were skinny, and Davy Jones was tiny, but it was a cool album. I think I won this one and another one for about $6 a piece. But anybody that likes the Monkey stuff, there's a lot of their great hits. I just thought this was a cool little collectible. And probably not many of you, if any, you would probably remember this group, but when the Monkees came back out on tour for their 20th anniversary in '86. I think a lot of the same people that were in the old Monkees project thought, well, let's see if we can catch lightning in a bottle twice. So they decided to try to make a new Monkees. And needless to say, I didn't want to know because I was a big fan of the old stuff. But the last few years I've kind of been looking at some stuff on YouTube and their music, and really, a lot of '80s music was crap. But really, the stuff they had, if they didn't have the stigma of being called the new Monkees, this stuff would have been just as good or better than anything else that came along in the '80s. But I found the same guy had this album. It was like a promotional LP. And of course, this is the time when LPs and cassettes and CDs were all still being made at the same time. So this is the new Monkees. Actually, this guy at the top, Marty Ross, he played in a band in the '80s called the Wigs, if anybody remembers that. They were, I think they guest starred in a movie called My Chauffeur. That was a pretty good little flick. But there's some, if you like any of the '80s type music, there's some decent songs on here. This was a pretty cool little collectible, just for the fact that it was a promotional LP. You can kind of see it, but the lettering's kind of in gold. But nice little collectible. You hardly ever see this anywhere. So okay, a few comics. This is one I know a lot of you guys are getting now, and I heard a lot of good reviews about it, and so I thought I'd check it out. That's Helheim #1. This is a great book. I really love Joel Jones' art, and I think I've got the second issue coming too, so probably be getting that one every month. This is an awesome book. And two, I guess you call late Silver Age, early Bronze Age books, and these are keys. Anybody that follows my videos knows I'm a big fan of the team books and the Avengers, Defenders, the Justice League, and all that. And actually, the first appearance of the Defenders as a team was in Marvel Feature #1, but really, I kind of count these two books as the first appearances where the original Defenders were together. And I've wanted these for quite a while, and prices on eBay were like ridiculous, anywhere from $25 to $30 to $40 a piece for these books in any kind of grade. But this one eBayer, he had both books for under $10 a piece, and I won both of them. So there's Submariner 34. First time, I guess this is actually the first. This is the first meeting of Submariner and Silver Surfer actually in this book, so that makes it a key just for that. But you get to see 3 of the 4 original Defenders first appearance here, and number 35. Another cool book against the Avengers. So anybody that's a fan of the Defenders, these are 2 must-have books. And this one, he graded out fine, very fine, so it's pretty close. I think the first one was fine plus, so I was really glad to get these. Very cool books. And last thing, I got a package from Mycomicshop that I actually haven't opened yet. So, and I usually don't do unboxing videos, but it's just one of those things where I hadn't got around to it yet, so I thought I'd go ahead and do it here. As everybody knows that deals with Mycomicshop, they really pack their stuff great. I'm pretty sure I know what's in here, but we'll see. Yeah, they pack it good. I think a lot of this is recent stuff, like in this month or last month or two, and there's some back issues. But I'll get started on this. Okay, got Justice League of America #3, new series, And all the JLA books right now are leading up to a story called the Trinity War, where the Justice League of America, Justice League, and Justice League Dark all come together in one story. But this is it's by Jeff Johns and David Finch. So, great writer, great artist. It's a really cool book. And we have a Age of Ultron crossover. Avengers Assemble number 15. Number 15 AU. As you can see down here. So, but I'm really liking this storyline, so I've been trying to pick up all the crossovers. I think I'm down to, got my checklist. I'm probably down to about 4 books left to go. And another cool book that I know a lot of people are getting. This is Superior Spider-Man. This is number 9. I've been trying to catch up on my new stuff through Mycomicshop, and I've got a subscription service where I start pre-ordering again. I've been with these guys on and off probably 15 years. If you guys want to check it out, it's just mailordercomics.com, and most of the new stuff like this you can get for just regular size comics. You can get most of it, like as far as Marvel and DC, for like 38% off cover price. So it's a really good deal. Okay, and more of my beloved Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes Cataclysm, number 9. Another very cool cover. Zero and Cornelius. Looks like General Ursus in the background. Big shout out to my buddy Gimpy on this one. Okay, and we have Age of Ultron, book 7. So I think everything that people have been following this, I think Wolverine and the Invisible Woman went back in time, and well, people are reading this and want to read it. I won't spoil it, but they do something that really screws history up. So I guess this chapter is a result of that. But this is really a great book. I'm still liking Uncanny Avengers, even though John Cassidy's not doing the interiors. I'm really enjoying this book. It's number 7. Batman Incorporated, number 10. More Grant Morrison goodness. I picked up all the back issues of his stuff that I didn't have, so I'm getting well, all of this from the other Batman Incorporated. I need to fill in some issues there, but this is really a great book. Enjoying it a lot. And my Legion of Superheroes, number 19. Mr. Paul Levitt's still doing the scripts. It's one reason I picked this back up, because he was a long-time Legion writer before he became the head of DC for a long time. And Uncanny Avengers, number 6. Great Thor cover. And we'll give a shout out to Tim Hallermouse. He recently showed this in one of his videos, Superman and Batman Annual number 1. I think this is like one of the first meetings with Ultraman and Owlman from the Crime Syndicate. And like him, I'm a big Earth 3 fanatic. I always liked the concept of just everything was the exact opposite of course, back then Earth 1 and Earth 2. So instead of a Justice League, it was a crime syndicate where all the superpowered people were criminals. And got a Deathstroke story in there too. But Joe Kelly and Ed McGuinness, Ryan Otley of Invincible fame, Doug Vines, Cliff Rathman. Looking forward to reading this one. And I also bought annuals 2 and 3 while I was there because they were pretty cheap. But Joe Kelly and Scott Collins. Superman Batman Annual number 2. Sorry about the glare. And annual number 3. Another reason for this one, Bernie Wrightson cover with the composite Superman on there. Wrightson doesn't do a whole lot of superhero stuff, so this was another reason to pick this one up, just for the cover. That's really cool. And I think I owe this one again to Howler Mouse. I always loved the Supreme character and a lot of the Awesome Entertainment characters, but especially this has got Gil Kane art in it. Some of his last art, called Judgment Day Aftermath number 1. And Uncanny Avengers number 8. The Sunfire cover. And now we have some Kirby goodness. I don't know why I didn't have any of this title. I've collected just about everything else he did in the 80s and the 90s and whatever else was going on with him then. But got Destroyer Duck number 2. Number 3. I think it's actually Jack Kirby, and I think Alfredo Alcala might have done some of the inking in this series, but I really like a lot of the titles Eclipse put out in the 80s. Okay, here's number 4, Destroyer Duck. And number 5. That's a Kirby and Alfredo Alcala cover. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, guys, that's all I got. Like I say, giveaway contest deadline is tomorrow night, so anybody that wants to get any questions in, fire away, and good luck. Appreciate everybody watching and all the comments, and I will talk to you soon. Onward and upward.